So from where we left is that now there are 5 khandhas. So as soon as I sit down after removing the hindrances, instead of watching the breath, I start with 5 khandhas. The moment I start with 5 khandhas, the breath watching becomes seamless. So that's an indication that the mind is settled. That means it has become Passam bhayankaya sankharan asasi sameti sikkati. Passam bhayankaya sankharan pasasi sameti sikkati. So basically it is calm down. Sambhaya means calming and pasambhaya means completely calmed. So there's nothing bothering the mind. Okay, so there are no inputs coming from the 5 sense doors into the mind. So it's calmed. So when the mind is calmed down, the only thing what it has is the breath, nothing else. So once I see that the breath is continuous, able to watch it, now I take rupa and I start to look at the rupa. So what do I start looking at it? How does the rupa comes to be? With what rupa comes? With what rupa goes out? So I'm applying patisamutpada. This being, this comes to be. With the arising of this arises. With this not being, this does not come to be. With this cessation of this ceases. So this is my mantra or whatever I can call. So, yo mam pasati, so dhammam pasati, yo dhammam pasati, so patisamutpadam pasati. So this is the formula for knowing what is Buddha. So then, I am from a different tradition or a custom, whatever it is. I remove all of that because that's a hindrance. That will not allow me to move into these 5 khandhas because there's upadana. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the sign from this tradition. Supposing I'm following Tibetan, I remove that. I'm following so-called Theravada, I remove that. I'm following so-called Hinayana, I remove that. If I'm following Mahayana, I remove that. But these are not to be considered. They are hindrance or they just occupy the mind. So nothing should be occupied in the mind. So first thing I need to do is I need to remove all of these impressions. No impressions. And when the impression comes, I will make sure that it is just a label, not real. Tomorrow, like why tomorrow? In 1956, in India, they named it Navayana. So you can keep on naming whatever. But is there a Navayana? Anybody can do anything. So should I take it? So now you have Hinayana, Mahayana, Vajrayana, and Navayana. And some people in 2000s, somewhere 2002, 2003, they did not like this word Hinayana. So they re-Christianed it to Theravada. So then it became a Theravada countries and non-Theravadic countries. So somebody asked me, are you following this or that? And my answer should be, yo mam pasati, so dhammam pasati. That is all. I'm not following anything except for Dhamma. So that should be my spirit. Nothing to do with going this, that, or any traditions, any belief systems, anything, because all of these are hindrances. Either they will bring me kamachanda, vyapada, thinamida, udacha, kukucha, visikicha. And I'm tired of these 5 hindrances. Because every person gives me a hindrance. They would like to follow what they follow, which is a hindrance. And they would always say, what I am doing is right and what others are doing are wrong. That's exactly what is there in Brahmajala Sutta. So before I start this journey, I will remove all of this. So from today, I make a solemn promise or an adhitthana that I will not follow any traditions, any belief systems, no Sautantrika, no Sarvastivada, no this, no that, nothing. All of these are part of Buddhist, by the way. And I don't require any one of them. Okay. And I'm not going to do anything out of force or compulsion. I'll go directly to the suttas and I'll practice. That's it. Why? Because everyone has to come back to sutta ultimately. It doesn't matter whether they come through their own traditions, belief systems, or whatever, because this big one is where udacha resides, restlessness. Because I'm not settled. I feel something is missing, something is missing, something is missing. And then I go in search of that something missing. Number 2, close eyes and sit. But you can't function. So now there's a conflict between functioning in the society or job or whatever versus this. So now I'm split into 2 parts. One part where I'm supposed to close my eyes, and the second part where I have to function. Either I will function or I will close my eyes. I can't do both. Then comes restlessness to get into a retreat, as though that is going to change my life. In fact, it doesn't. It's far from truth. Now I have to keep on following that tradition or that belief system or that whatever has got created, which is actually schism in a way. So what should I do? Nothing. Yo mam pasati, so dhammam pasati. Yo pati samutpadam pasati, so dhammam pasati. That's it. One who sees me sees in the Dhamma. One who sees pati samutpada sees the Dhamma. That's it. I don't require any further tradition, clarification, all of that at all. So that's my solemn promise right now. Because I'm first supposed to follow Sila, which I've done, supposed to do Indriya Samvara, which I've done. Now I'm here. I know I'm a Sotapanna. So I don't require any one of these traditions. Absolutely not required. All of these traditions will ultimately prove that you can be a Sotapanna in this life. So just I'll remove it from the mind. How do I do it? In the Indriya Samvara, in the Chitta, in the mind, Mano and Dhamma, I come and see what it is. Is there anything called a Theravada? It's a language. Thera means elder. Vada means opinion. Opinion of elder. So that's it. Over. Animitta happened. Then Mahayana. Yana means vehicle. Maha means higher. So a label. Remove. Hinayana. Hina means inferior. Yana means vehicle. Lesser vehicle. Inferior vehicle. Somebody who takes it to be true will wriggle in pain because he's called as inferior person. So if there is inferior, there's superior. Mahayana is superior. Hinaya is inferior. It's words. So remove. See what really is there, just words. So I see now, why am I reacting to the words? Remove. So now I see I am neither a Theravada, nor a Hinayana, nor a Mahayana. Then I reside in India. So 1956 they started Navayana, new vehicle. What is new? It's again a label. Delete. Shift delete if you're using Windows. Okay. Permanent deleted. Why? I can't meditate. I can't be in bhavana. Forget the word meditation. Again, a label. No thing called meditation in Buddha Dhamma. It's development. It's mental development. So if somebody asks me, Vilas, what are you doing? I can only say I'm developing the mind. And in fact, Anguttara Nikaya, the starting 1 to 10 is all about mental development. There's no thing called as sitting meditation at all. So now I just press shift, delete, done. And that was my problem when I met Bobby and Shaniel, that they want to sit. It's conflicting with Buddha Dhamma, but for the purpose of keeping decorum, I need to do that. It's shift and delete. That's it. Over. Where's the proof? Anguttara Nikaya 1.0 to 1.10. Please go through it. It's only mental development. You need to develop the mind from wrong things to the right things. Got nothing to do with sitting. So just remove. So this being, this comes to be. With the arising of this, this arises. That's my source. So now I see, how does the form come to be? With what form comes? With what form doesn't come? That's the question. That's the intriguing question to me. So then I see ahara samudayo, rupa samudayo, ahara nirodho, rupa nirodho. That's patisamutpada, by the way. So in the Khandavagga of Sanyukta Nikaya, you can find all of this in great details. So just go there. Practice as per that. See, if people can't eat, or forget the people, if you can't eat, or if you reduce eating, the body becomes lean. It's not that I become lean. No, there's no I. The body becomes lean, and people can ask, Vilas, you become leaner. Vilas is a label. Lean is a situation. Neither there is Vilas nor there is lean. The body is lean. So what should I say? I should say yes, just for the sake of it. Internally, I have not gone lean. Right? To state an example, before I left Australia in April, the body weight was 65.3, 63.5. That was the weight. By the time I checked in maybe Janak's home or in even Bobby's home or in Viren's home, actually it happened in Viren's home, where it was showing 69.2. Have I grown fat? The answer is no. Have I grown lean? Answer is no. The body has grown fat. So what should I do? Reduce the food intake. So ahara samudaya, rupa samudaya. That's it. That's bhavana. Develop it. Don't associate with craving or rather greed to eat. Because if I'm supposed to eat little, I need to check out my greed. Can I have one more spoon extra? Stop it. So I stopped. So what's the objective? The objective is not to eat much. Bhojane matyanutta. For what are you eating, Vilas? You are eating for maintaining this body. Fair. Do that. That's it. There's no Vilas, by the way. It's just a symbol. But in language, you need to use something to this body and they say, this is Vilas. Fair. Fair deal. So I practice this. And when I practice this, Patisamutpada, the first thing that comes here is that avidya pachay sankhara. Now, this avidya was stating that it's my body. So I'm doing sankhara. What sankhara? Eating all that I want. It's not that I shouldn't be eating. I can be eating. What is required? Hungry, eat. Not hungry, don't eat. Then I find some references which says 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and some stupid things in between. Shift, delete. Why? Buddha is clear in his words. Just take the Buddha, not RHYS Davids. She can say whatever she wants. That's not my problem. She can say, or monks can say. That's not my problem. My problem is what Buddha says. I'm not here to follow what others says. I'm here to follow what Buddha says. Buddha is highest. Everybody else is junk. Just throw. That's it. And now I see that I'm supposed to be eating if being hungry. Vikala bhojana. Not feeling hungry. Then I remember Buddha's words. Ahara samudaya, rupa samudaya. Do you want this body to become fat? Because it is not going to ask your permission. Can I become fat? I keep on throwing it, starts growing. The weight, what I'm seeing, is not my weight. The weight of the body, which includes muscles, fat, tissues, water, fat, everything, soluble, everything being included is this body. So I can't become fat or lean. Neither I can become tall or short. It's the body, meaning this body consisting of Pathavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu. The combination of that is the weight. So I can have water weight, I can have muscle weight, I can have bone weight. Bone is a solid weight, which is Pathavi. Muscle is in between. Then you have water, and it's called water weight. If you check, it shows water weight. How much of water? So now I keep this track. I was 63.5, just to say, I became 69.7, almost 70 kgs. Then after coming to Bangalore by June, whenever we checked, and in fact, Marine had asked at that time, it was 67 and odd. And then it came back to 64. So before I entered Australia again, it was in 64s. Okay, so it's not my weight. It's the weight of the body. What if I stop eating? The body will become lean. So there was a Japanese scientist and medical person who created a thing called as autophagy. From intermittent fasting, you can do autophagy. It means that you fast like 12 hours or more. The body starts eating all the dead cells and cleans it. So stops cancer. In a way, he was given a Nobel Prize for finding autophagy. If you want, you can check on the internet, you will find about autophagy. So anyway, so it's not he, it's the body. Just like the plants and the trees, if you water them too much, they die. If you don't water them, they die. If you water them enough, they grow, they mature, and they fall down. Same thing with this body. The same thing is coming here. What is there on the ground is here. So then I remove this madness of going behind traditions. It's just simple. Ahara samudaya, rupa samudaya, ahara nirodho, rupa nirodho. What a saying from the Buddha. Should I sit? Should I stand? Should I walk? Should I lie down? Becomes irrelevant. It's literally irrelevant. Now I see that to become a Silavanta, what I should do. I don't care about anything. I want to be a Silavanta. And I'm following the Sekka. So in the Sekka, there is Bahusutta. That's what I'm interested now in. So I start practicing this 11 into Rupa. So from this hour onwards, 1 hour, I'll take anicca. Second hour, I take dukkha. Third hour, I'll take roga, ganda, salla, like that. Take 11 hours. Every day, removing the hindrances is another 2-3 hours job. So 11 plus 3, 14. And I have another 4 more hours to do that in different postures. Continue doing that. So what would I do? First, I'll look at abhijja, because I need to see whether hindrances are coming. When I'm doing this anicca, that will come. Abhijja. Or am I getting vyapada? Let's say somebody in our group asked me to do another retreat of Goenka. That Goenka is a symbol that hits my ear, and then the face of Goenka comes. So that creates either raga, which is abhijja, dvesha, which is vyapada. If I don't like, and be vyapada. If I like, abhijja. I shouldn't be having these two because it's a hindrance. So what I do? Animitta of Goenka. Because it's just a rupa. And rupa is what? Ahara samudaya, rupa samudaya. Ahara nirodho, rupa nirodho. So is there a Goenka? No. That's it. Done. So it appeared and disappeared. So this not being, iti imasmim asati dam na hoti, imassa nirodha idam niruchati. This not being, this does not come to be. With the cessation of this ceases. So as soon as one of the person from the group said, Vilasji, you should do another retreat, that's like, the moment it hits the ear, the very moment I had to do animit of that. So this not being, that does not come to be. With the cessation of this ceases. So very instant it ceased to exist. It gives me a faith in Dhamma that you can certainly hear something but not react to it. Fine, done. Now what's going to do? Come back to that. Ahara samudaya, rupa samudaya. What will I do? Anicca. Breakfast gone, lunch gone, dinner gone. Previous day, that previous day, that previous day, that previous day, 1 year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago. Whatever the starting point, keep on reflecting, and I will be zapped to see that this body indeed is not mine. Then I celebrate by this 11 way of seeing is Atita, Anagata, Pachupanna, the past, future, and the present. Olarika va Sukuma va. Olarika is gross and Sukuma is solid. That is, at the time, there was a conception in the womb. Okay. The would-be father and would-be mother gave me the food, or gave the food. Forget the me there. In fact, there's a sutta for that, which talks about Mata Pitu Sambhava. So then we'll go there later. But this is what I'm going to reflect in Anicca. That they gave me the food, and then that is Sukuma, subtle. So, three things are required for a conception. Mother should be in a proper condition, father should be ready, and the Gandhabba should be there. So this comes to be with the arising of this arises. So the Gandhabba came, and then the sperm and the ovum was there. That's the food. Basically, in biology, we learn the same thing. It's cell division. And the food is eaten by the sperm. It eats the egg. And that's it. So where's a question of a person? So that removes visikicha, that removes udacha, that removes kukucha, that removes thinamida, because now I'm observing. I'm literally observing. Then what happens? I can go back, the chitta can now go back to the first state when the womb entry happened. I can see how it is getting formed. It's because of ahara. So then I do that. So that's anicca. Arising, passing, arising, passing, arising, passing. The cells are dividing, new cells are coming, old cells are gone, the new is coming, old is gone. This is what Phena Pindu Pamasutta is, just like a foam. The new one comes, the old one goes, the new one comes, old one goes. Now I see this body is exactly the same. There is nothing different. No difference. So I do like that. So that one full hour, I have seen how the zygote stage to the blastocyst stage to each one of this, it cuts off naso mama. This or aso mama, this is mine. It makes it naso mama. Then naso aham asmi. It would have been aso aham asmi. So this is mine. This belongs to me. This is myself. So the rupa is not myself. I've seen it not only through wisdom, I've seen it through bhavana development. What happens here is that I become silavanta. Well, this is the first step. So then I do it on dukkha. Isn't it dukkha? The stage at which this Gandhabba entered to today, it's going on one side, which is called entropy in thermodynamics. It only goes one side. You can't make it go the other side, meaning physics will allow you to go both sides, but the permutation combination are so huge that it cannot make it except for one side. So hot things become cooler, but you can't make it to go back. If a mirror is broken, it can't get back to the original. In the same way, in the mind, if this person is cut into 5 parts, there is no way to bring it together. And that's it. Now his journey as a Puttujana has ended. Can't come back. Because it's following law of entropy. Or what happens here? The small entropy versus big entropy is that this body and all the bodies taken together is small entropy which has enthalpy, means you keep on adding so that it looks the same for some time. But by nature, it is unordered, rather disorder. So from an ordered, it will always go toward disorder because the number of permutation combinations are more. And hence it is uncertain. And science or physics deals with law of uncertainty. And Buddha Dhamma is all about uncertainty. It's not about just arising and passing. You are uncertain where this particle will now establish. Is it certain? No. You don't know where this chitta gets established. Even the particle is like that, and the chitta is like that, because light follows two patterns, one as a wave, one as a particle. So it's only light, basically. So I see that dukkha, because you exactly cannot pinpoint and say, this is what is going to happen. No, it's conditioned. If condition matches, yes. This being, this comes to be, has to be there. With the arising of this, this arises. If it were not to happen, no force in this universe can make it happen. It can't happen because the conditions associated with it, it doesn't follow the norm. That's the Dhamma. That's the law of nature. It has to follow the law of nature. Then only it works. That means the amount of Patavi, amount of Apo, Tejo, Vayu should be balanced for any being to sustain. If one of them goes out of balance, that being is gone. So everything loads upon the balance. So if I eat too much, I mean, if the body is too bulky, becomes hard to walk. As simple as that. It can't take the load. Can you ask a pregnant woman who is in 8th month to run? No, it's not possible. Even if she wants to run, not possible. Can she do anything about that big stomach belly which has come? No. That's a law of nature. So expansion, contraction, heat, viscosity, everything is part of nature. So nothing you can do. So that's dukkha. So for next 1 hour, after that anicca, I'm going to deal with dukkha. So second hour over. Then the third hour. Roga. Food is a roga. I am eating, the food which is coming can be digestible, may not be digestible. If it is digestible, it's no problem. If it is not, there's not. So I keep on verifying. I have a constipation problem from my childhood. Now, when I watch it, my father had a constipation problem. So it's hereditary. So I should be careful of the food I'm going to eat. So that's dukkha. Also is roga. That's roga. Rupa is a roga here. And rupa, how did it come? Ahara samudaya, rupa samudaya. I shouldn't be forgetting that. It's not, it is pathavi dhatu, apo dhatu, tejo dhatu, vayu dhatu. Yes, but it is in ahara. Okay. So my bhavana development is when I see the food or when something is kept on the plate, I need to reflect upon why I'm eating. Pachavikana. So I see the roga. So the next 1 hour is roga. Then the next 1 hour is boil. Keeps on bursting. Here, there, it's bursting. Bursting as what? Sweat, tears, urine, feces. It's bursting. What do you mean it's not bursting? It's bursting. There are pores on the body, keeps on bursting. The water keeps on oozing out. Doesn't. Just keeps on coming out, flowing away. So feels disgusted. Jigucha starts at this stage on this body, on this rupa. So for the next 1 hour after this, salla is painful, body pain. In fact, there's a Salla Sutta. You can't escape body pain, but you can escape mental pain. So it's going to give ailments. So let's say I wake up, the pain in the shoulder, not my shoulder, the pain in the shoulder. Do what is required. Can be pain in the knee, pain in the neck, pain in the torso, pain wherever, pain in the head, wherever. It's there, going to be there. Don't challenge it. Don't act mad. Just take what is to be done. You're supposed to go to a doctor, go. If you want to go to hospital, go there. If you want to relax at home, relax it. But don't challenge because it's not yours. Because the next one is that only. It is aghato. It gives you tremendous distress. Abhadato. It's excruciating pain. Why? Because it's parato, alien. It's not yours. So don't challenge that I will sit for 1 hour or 2 hours or whatever that is, or don't walk saying that I'm going to jog for 5 hours, 6 hours. No, sorry. It's parato. It's not yours. It's coming out of food. It's not yours. What do you think it's yours? What makes you think so? So I shouldn't be doing that. So the moment this crazy idea comes that I'll walk for few hours, cut it. It's dependent on the condition. It's not that I want to do, I can't do. The condition is good. It works. The condition is not good. Doesn't work. I might have my own viewpoints to it. Sorry. Like that. So in my knee, let's say, I can't run. I can walk, but I can't run. Somebody says that, Vilas, I think you should run. Remember, it's not your body. Parato. Palokato, disintegrating. The whole body disintegrates every moment. If you can't see it every moment, every hour, you can see it is disintegrated. Why? After breakfast, you start to see going down. And slowly the hunger takes over. That's why it's called palokato, disintegrating. And you can see it in hairs, mustache, beard, this hair disintegrates, meaning the previous one goes and the new one comes. Disintegrating. Then it is shunya. It's empty. The rupa is empty because it's come from mud. This is mud, goes back to mud. There's nothing worth holding on to. Then the last one is anatta. So 11 hours I've spent on bhavana. The second one, bahulikata, continuous. Then my question would be, when did I work? Yeah, same thing. I'm in office, seeing only ahara. This is when I see Bobby or Asad or Avanti or Ari on video, they're just ahara, they're just food. There's no Bobby or Avanti or Asad or Ari in the true sense. It's just food. Just like in McDonald's or in some other shop, you'll see different kind of food items kept. Same thing. This is the first step. Now I come to the Vedana portion of it, which would have been done along with this in this 11 hours. It's not that I take another 11 hours to do this Vedana. So first I do the Parimukha, front of the face. Upetta Petva, established. What do I see? Two eyes, ears, nose, lips, and tongue. The 5 senses. Yes. What is the eye doing? Seeing. What is the ear doing? Hearing. Like that. So that's the basic nature, right? That should be. Dite dite mattam bhavisati. Sute sute mattam bhavisati. Mute mute mattam bhavisati. Vinyate vinyate mattam bhavisati. That's about cognition. We'll come to that later. But what should the eyes do? See. That's it. That's their basic nature. But what do I see? I see Avanti. That's the problem. That's the problem now. Because that Avanti is a mental creation. It's created out of mind, means it's cognized, it's been said that this body is Avanti. It's untrue. It's just Rupa. There is no thing called as Avanti. Because the liking and disliking and neutral are dependent on the Avanti. If there is no Avanti, there is neither liking nor disliking than neutral. So to remove the nimitta. So chakkuna rupam disva na nimitta gahi hoti, nana vyanjana gahi hoti. So when I see Avanti, I cut the symbol of Avanti because originally it is just food. It's got nothing to do with Avanti or Bobby or anyone sitting there. When I cut that, the sanya also is gone. That's the beauty of this Vedana, sanya, sankhara. And that's the reason Buddha says, Phassa samudayo, Vedana samudayo, Phassa samudayo, sanya samudayo, Phassa samudayo, sankhara samudayo. So I am killing 3 birds by one stone. We have heard about 2 birds by one stone, or 3 birds goes. So now I am very happy that there is no person out there, because no passa happened. So I removed the plug. So now I don't have to fight with Vedana and remove the tanha, craving, which is what taught in some traditions. I don't have to wait till that long. I just remove the plug. How did you remove? Simple, same. Anicca. Are you certain that the object you're seeing is to your liking? So Buddha says, ask this question to yourself. It has 3: manapa, amanapa, manapa, amanapa. That means manapa means as desired. Amanapa means not as desired. Manapa, na amanapa is not yet decided, it's undecided. So I will use 3 mantra what Buddha has asked me to do. What mantra? Attiyati, harayati, chikuchati. That's what a sekha is going to do. And I'm a sekha. That's what I'm going to do. Any rupa which is coming, any vedana which is coming, any sanya that is coming, any sankhara, any vinyana, henceforth, I will consider it as attiyati, harayati, jiguchati, especially the 6 senses, because I can't dictate what the eye should see and the ear should hear, nose should smell, the tongue should taste, and body should touch, and mind to cognize. I will not. So I will do indriya bhavana on this level. And what happens? Phassa removed, vedana, sanya, sankhara is gone. Vedana becomes upekha, sanya becomes anicca, sankhara becomes samatha, sabba sankhara samatho. So I've removed the plug. Then the last one, namarupa samudayo, vijnana samudayo, namarupa nirodho, vijnana nirodho. Now what did I do? There's no namarupa. So there's no vijnana. So the vijnana called avanti no longer comes. That's the end of suffering. So rupa is, let's say, shuddhataka or attakalapa. Vedana is upekha. Sanya is anicca. Sankhara is samatha. Vijnana nirodha. Done. Now with this, I can walk, I can talk, I can sit. I can stand, I can sleep, I can do whatever. I can work, I can go to office, I can do anything, but unattached. So when I go to office, somebody comes, say Lata comes. At that moment, I create Lata. Then deal with her the way it has to be dealt. The moment Lata goes away, then again Lata comes again. Again somebody comes to that. So am I working? No. Am I not working? No. Are you working also not working? No. Nothing in between. Esevanto dukkhassa. There's nothing dukkha, because na idha, na hura, na ubhayamantare. That means neither this nor that nor anything in between. Because people would ask you, are you this? Are you that or anything in between? Nothing. So technically speaking, there is Avanti or Bobby or Asad and Ariu, just for the sake of it, till this session gets over. The moment the session is over, cut it. Why? Because just ahara. Kabalinka ahara, 1. Phassa ahara, 2. Mano sanchetana ahara, 3. Vinyana ahara, 4. So when I take all these people on video to be true, it creates desire, raga. Then become Nandi raga, relishing. And then I made a house, gaha. So no need for making any house. Gahakaraka dittosi puna deham na kahasi. So now don't have to have a house. It's a concept. Drop it. So the cognition becomes pure. It goes back to its original, that is yoniso manasikara. So now I am in a thoughtful reflection. What should be done and what should not be done. And that's it. So that very sutta, Silavanta Sutta, takes you to Arhat. And you can verify your Arhat or not. Not that somebody should give me a certificate that you are an Arhat. Need not be. And the best thing I would have done for myself is follow the Buddha. 1 second. So basically, this should be my practice of creating 5 khandhas first. Nothing to do with sitting, standing. So all the 4 postures, I need to do it. Then sampajanya. These 2 I need to have. I think it is there in MN27 or DN27, whichever that is. I'll send that link. Exactly, Buddha says how you should connect from Sila to Indriya Samvara to Sati Sampajanya. Sati plus Sampajanya, Sati Sampajanya. So 4 things he asks us to do. If I follow that process properly on this 11, I forgot to explain to the other 11, the Atita Anagata Pachappanna, Ajjatta Bahidda, Olarika Sukuma. Now, the internal, external, when I see Avanti and me, it's just food. Kabalinka Ahara, both sides. Now it's my choice to have Phassa or not. So when I see Avanti, I cut Avanti. That's it. That's the end of suffering. Because the eyes which is seeing, the Vijnana is coming of Avanti, which is created. There's no Avanti there. It's just eyes. Dhite dhite mattam bhavisati. So in seeing, there's only seeing. There's no seer, nor the item to be seen. And what do I see? Just the eyes. What else to be seen? Right? Now the wisdom dawns. Chakku mudapadi. Eyes are opened up. Jnana mudapadi. Knowledge has arose. Panya udapadi. Wisdom has come. Aloko udapadi. I was in darkness. All the while I was thinking, Bobby and Asad and all of these are real. They are not. They're absolutely not. They're conditioned. Presently, they're eating and they're growing and they're maturing and they're dying. That's the truth. So I can't hold them to be real, just like I can't hold this body to be real, and the same thing over there. So ajjatta bahidda, olarika sukuma, hina panita. There's no thing called as inferior and no thing called as superior. Panita. or profound. Santike dure, near and far, in Rupa. That's what I love the Buddha in his explanation to his Rahula, his son, which is what we need to practice if we really say we are Buddha follower. We should follow what he says to his son Rahula on how to practice Anapanasati and how to do Satipatthana, not the usual way how we are doing. It's far from truth. Anyway, coming back to this subject is that you need to see this in Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana and see for yourself that there is no past, present, future and all the other things out. And when you see it, you find such a stupidity that the five senses itself is an illusion. Because the eyes are seeing Bobby, ears are hearing Bobby, nose is smelling Bobby. If I were to stay with him, the smell of Bobby comes, and then I can't taste him. Otherwise, if I'm married to a woman, I'm tasting her. It's ridiculous. Then the touch. I'm touching a woman. What woman? Or a man? What man? You're touching food. It's just food. And hence mosquitoes love it. And so other kind of beings who would like to feed on it. Right. So bacteria, in fact, the amount of bacteria we have is far too much. Basically, they keep on feeding whatever we eat. In fact, they say you require gut bacteria. What more is required to prove that you don't exist? Because what breaks down the food is bacteria, not you. And then there's mitochondria, which extracts the food. It's not you, it's mitochondria. So this whole thing is for mitochondria, not for you, not for anyone. So now I let go of it. So when I cross these five, then Buddha says, do these five. What five? Be like earth, be like water, be like fire, be like air, be like space. Anupayo, anapayo, anupayo. Not touched, untouched, pure. So people might abuse you, praise you. Same. Doesn't matter what they say. Just like in the Rahula Vada Sutta, MN 62, just follow that. In this 11 ways I'm doing. So it takes me 18 hours or more. What happened to the breath then? Where all this fight were for the breath. Strange thing happens. When I start working on anicca, I don't have to watch the breath. It's already there. When I start on dukkha, it continues. When I start on roga, it continues. And like that. So should I watch the breath? No. Because that's a natural state. Should I close my eyes? Yes and no. You can, but you don't. When doing this, you don't have to. But let's say you want to sit somewhere and do it. Don't completely close your eyes. You get bright light. The moment this happens, you don't have to close your eyes completely. You can see the light, which is abhasara. So you have landed back to your home from where I started. So now the consciousness all the time resides in the second jhana, sabhasara. And hence Moggallana says that tunni bhava, noble silence, is second jhana. So now I'm established in jhana. So now while I'm doing this, the jhana is already happening. So the breath stabilized. Then the savitakka savichara is on these 11 all the time, which includes when I'm starting with rupa, the vedana, sanya, sankhara, vijnana. All of them are able to be seen. So when I say anicca, I can see the rupa anicca, vedana anicca, sanya anicca, sankhara anicca, vijnana anicca. It's not that I have to do it separate, separate, separate. No, I just have to do this separate. That is, I start with rupa separate. The vedana also comes along with that. Sanya comes with that. Sankhara, vijnana, because they all keep on modifying or rather transforming. From ayoniso, it comes to yoniso. So my quest was to see the reality as it is. Now I've seen the reality as it is. Yatha bhuta jnana dasana. So the moment I do that, asavakaya jnana happens. That's the end of suffering. So using the Silavanta Sutta, I completed the journey with 11 ways of seeing, which I had shown it to Shaniel, but then he was feeling that it is too much for people to understand. But then anyway, now that we have started on this, it's a good one. And that is what is Jhāna Sutta all about. You first do this and you will see for yourself, either you are an anagami and arhat in the first jhana, or in the second jhana, or in the third jhana, or in fourth jhana, 5, 6, 7, 8. Definitely you will reach there. So the Jhana Sutta is a primary sutta for doing this. Then there's a vipassana on top of this, which cuts the complete thing, it removes from the root. And the last part of vipassana is anupassana, which we'll be doing later once we do vipassana, and then enter into shunyagara. So we started with sila, then we took samatha, then we are doing now jhana, then we are going to do vipassana, then we come into shunyagara. So we are done 3 now out of 5. Yep. So the jhana is exactly as per this. So savitaka savichara is you're continuously working out on this 11, and the mind doesn't go anywhere except for seeing this, seeing this, seeing this, seeing this. So savitaka savichara is only on this 11. Then it becomes avitaka vichara. That means you don't have to create this vitaka vichara. It's automatic. It continues. You start doing it, so you start to get piti, joy, that you are exactly let go of the 6 senses. They're not yours. Neso mama, neso ahamasmi, neso name atta. So start that. Then sukha comes, because this is a burden. Eyes are a burden. Ears are a burden. Dukkha, basically burden. Actually, it's burdened. Consciousness is burdened by these things. So that's a third. Then you get light. Fourth. And that's when you get upekha. Now that is our landing vehicle. All these years of existence from the past were Kamaloka. Now my existence is in Rupaloka. Now what I can do? I can start with aviha, because I'm an anagami. You can see aviha. That's where the mind goes and resides. Then goes to atappa, sudassa, sudasi, akanita. 5 realms for anagami. You can land there. While being in this body, you can land there. And you know you have landed there. It's good. Take it. You're an anagami. Enjoy. You're not going to come to human existence again. And then the last step, which we will see later how to do that. But basically, till anagami, you can do this. So we did this jhanas. So this is how you enter jhanas, and not the anariya jhanas. What is anariya? I've already spoken about it. Nothing wrong in it. It circles. Arya is no circling, because there is no place for the consciousness to circle back, because it's seeing dukkha and dukkha and dukkha and dukkha and dukkha. So it can't get back. It gives up. The jhanas are related to Vedana, feeling. So you can see change in feelings. So when I come to the first jhana, savitaka savichara, the sensual is completely vanished. So the feeling of sukha is niramisa. I have never ever experienced niramisa sukha except for hearing that there's something called niramisa sukha. In fact, there's niramisa piti. The joy which I'm getting is not samisa. It's mixed with niramisa, not mixed. This is jhanic bliss. I'm sorry, jhanic joy. That's totally different. So now I see a change in a feeling coming through eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. It's different. Ayatanas are different. So I can't call that was my chakayatana, sotayatana, ghanayatana. No, that was of sensual. This is non-sensual. They're not the same eyes. They're not the same ears anyway. They're totally different. It's not the same. And hence, there is a feeling of lightness of the body. There's a feeling of lightness in the mind. And then the vibration starts. And when the vibration starts, it's a different ayatana. It's not the same. And hence it's anicca. It's dukkha, it's anatta. Because that was different and this is different. And this will go away. You can't retain it. It comes back. So the way I need to do is need to enter into 4 jhana. In fact, yesterday I was telling Ashwin, I found one sutta for him. He was telling me, Vilas, I'm always in upeka. I'm not able to understand why. I said, that's the nature of being an anagami. That you will always be equanimous. Now, there's a sutta. He says in Anguttara Nikaya 4.36 or 38 or whatever that is, it says that Kaya Sankharo is pacified in 4 jhana. It's so true. It's 100% true. I can see it. He can see it now. He can see that, yes, that's what is happening. He drove from Bangalore to wherever he was going. Exactly the same state. It's not that he was sitting on a cushion. It's not that he was closing his eyes. He's driving. and is exactly in that state. And then when he reached that place to his office, he's having breakfast, he's having equanimity on the breakfast. I told him, look, this is sutta where you need to refer. Just take this sutta and see what Buddha says. This is exactly what you're getting. So the feeling in upekkha is happening in a different ayatana. It's not the same ayatana which was there earlier. It's gone. It's still an ayatana, but not that ayatana. That sensual ayatana is gone. It's replaced by this. So now will he come back to human existence again? And the answer is no. Because these ayatanas have no power to come back to that existence again. So his new landing place is upekkha. And he is not able to shake that out. After his retreat in Kolhapur, where he did as per MN 106, he's remained in that state. Amazing. Even though he came from Goenkaji background, he worked using the sutta, and it worked. He did not hold on to the Goenka technique, dropped it, took the Buddha. It should work. Anybody taking the Buddha should work. Anybody taking anything other than Buddha will not work. They can keep on trying for millennia. It will not, because it doesn't work. It's partial. It's not full. Buddha is full. Everything else is partial. Every technique is partial. Only technique which is pure is Buddha. And that's it. And I've seen that happening with Ashwin. When he was sitting here in the same place last year, I just asked him one question. Why are you in dukkha? You're not happy. He's struggling so much sitting on that. I asked him this question. Actually, when you come to Dhamma, your smile starts. There's no smile. If there is no smile, there's something missing. And that was his turning point. And then from last May, when he started here, to this December, because he went to retreat in December, and he started working from October, I guess that's what he told me, on the same sutta. It worked for him. He knew he was an anagami. He told his mother, who is an assistant teacher in Goenka technique, that he has reached anagami. And he came here to see whether what do I feel, what changes he has got. And I told him that day itself, I told you all. And then after our meeting, I put on the videos to check how does he feel. We put on politics videos. We put on some stupid other blaming videos, which incite anger, fear, all of that. Unshaken. And we spent time, almost 3 hours on videos, different kinds. Some music, some this, some that, and all of those. Perfect. Then I asked him, you know it, right? And that's it. Now what he can do is he can move from the 4th jhana. Within that, he can move from aviha to atapa to suddhasa to suddhasi to akanita, if he doesn't want to end the journey in this life. Can keep on moving there, coming back to fourth, again moving there, coming back to fourth. So that's how you do using the sutta, which is independent, verifiable. I use the SMART method: simple, measurable, achievable, realistic, timely. I use SMART. I don't use dumb. It should be simple. Suttas are simple because there are similes. You don't have to go and ask anyone. It is eye opener because similes, upama, simple, measurable. You can measure, are you a sotapanna or not? You don't have to go and ask anyone. Am I a sotapanna, not a sotapanna, and this, that, anything in between. Measurable. Achievable. You can achieve in this life. Achievable. Realistic. And Buddha Dhamma is something which is realistic. It's not something out of, oh, it's not possible. No, it's realistic. Just follow what he says. 15 Charana Dhammas. You are done with that. Timely. Not that time in the counter times. It's timely. Before you even know it, you have completed the journey. Just have to follow the 15 things. What is indicated in Sekha Sutta. That's all. Everything else is automatic. That too, the first one, Sila. That's the one. Just the starting one. And remove the immoral deeds. The last one in that immoral deeds, Michhaditti. Just do that. Nothing else. Just do that. Don't worry about your breath, whether you should sit and watch the breath or topsy-turvy and watch the breath, or one leg up and one leg down, or whatever it is, or you would have 5 cushions under your thing, or some other props to be used to how to sit. Should you sit straight, left, right, and center, and pull yourself, string yourself, all those kinds. Just follow what he says. Remove the 10 immoral deeds, sammaditthi. First, just do that. That's all. Sila, sammaditthi. Then you come to the Arya sammaditthi, which is patisamutpada. That will come later. But first do this. Lokya sammaditthi. Complete it. That gives you confidence for yourself. And you come into sotapanna. Then the rest is automatic. Buddha's words are not going to be wrong. My word might be wrong. But Buddha's word can't be wrong. I might be wrong. I might have misunderstood. I might have not got the sutta. But in these years, I can 100% know I've got the suttas. No doubt. And I know how to do it. So, it's not I am right or wrong. Buddha can't be wrong because he has indicated what he has to indicate in the sutta. So there's nothing that I need to do. I just have to follow what he says. I don't have to argue with him or find a new technique to do it. Just follow what he says. Boss, come with Sila. That's it. And remove 10 immoral deeds. Why can't I do that? No, I want to sit on a cushion. Sorry, first do this. No cushion. Just do this. Then do the Indriya Sambara. And the remaining things takes you there. You don't have to fast for sake of fasting. Do the Indriya Sambara. You see it for yourself. You can't eat more. You don't have to bake yourself to remain awake. It's a natural thing of Jagariyanu Yoga. You are so aware of everything happening around you. And you really require less sleep. It's a natural phenomenon. And when these four things happens, the saddha, faith, automatically happens. You don't have to develop faith. You don't have to really develop faith. It is a natural occurrence. If the moment faith comes, hiri ottappa comes. You don't have to develop it. It's developed because you did these four. The faith got developed. Saddha, which is itself the indriya, first indriya, saddha indriya. So with that saddha indriya, you got hiri and ottappa. And when hiri and ottappa comes, it doesn't stop there. It brings its beautiful friend, which is bahusutta. You now can penetrate into any sutta of or any words of the Buddha. You can. What do you mean you can't? No, I don't know Pāli. Whether you know Pāli or Nepali, it doesn't matter. You'll get it. Even if you read the English thing, worst translations, also you will make up. That's nothing to do with translation or transliteration or whatever it is. And then once this happens, virya comes because you're really doing it. And then virya comes, it should get you sati. So the second thing, which is second indriya, virya indriya, got developed. So two of your front wheels are there. Then the driver, who is our friend sati. So three. Now other two, samadhi and panya. So the four samadhis, right? And the panya. Done, 15. You have a best car. Drive wherever you want. It's beautiful vehicle. Unstoppable. Nobody in this world can stop it. And hence it's called Dhamma Chakka Pavattana. Once it rolls, nobody can stop. So, Kalama Sutta teaches about not to associate with the tradition, throw it out. Just throw it out. It's junk. Throw it out because that becomes a hindrance on your path. Because you will always get visikiccha, doubt. This is right, that is right. This is, oh, he says that, and that person says this, and that tradition says this, and Thai says this, Burmese says that, and that says that, and that says that. Goes in circles and adds udacha, restlessness, unbelievable restlessness. And it only adds guilt to you, which is kukucha. And you start adding vyapada to it. And ultimately, you can't let go of sensuality, which is kamachanda. So keep on rotating, trying to see they should do standing meditation, sitting meditation, walking meditation, this meditation, that meditation. There's no thing called as meditation in Buddha Dhamma. It's bhavana. If you want, go and check what Buddha says. It's bhavana. Show me a word, a place where it says in Pāli, not in English. English translation shows meditation. Under meditation, go and see what he says. It's bhavana. And since there is no word called bhavana, in fact, if you go 1.1, 1.0 to 1.10 of Anguttara Nikaya, see the Pāli and Sujato's English translation. Look at the Pāli words. If you want, now you have ChatGPT, copy that, paste it, and see what it gives. It doesn't give you meditation. So drop that word meditation, drop this sitting business and standing business and all kind of business. Just follow the Buddha. 15 Charana Dhammas, starting with Sila, ending with 4 Jhānas. And the only sauce you need to add is Silavanta, because it's something to do with Sila. So you have to add that. And after that, you are in Jhāna. To verify your jhana, go to Jhana Sutta, Anguttara Nikaya 9.36 and verify. Etan, Santan, Etan, Panitan, you will recite it because you have achieved it. You know it. It's worked for you. So, like what Bobby asked me the other day, in the first jhana, can you get liberated? Yes. You will know yourself. Should you do all 9 jhanas? No. Should you do arupa jhanas? No. So you mean to say only one jhana it's possible? Yes. Absolutely true. If you follow what he says. Don't follow me. I'm nowhere in picture. Never follow me. Follow the Dhamma. That would be my last words. If I were to die next moment, I would say, don't follow me. Follow the Dhamma. Yo mam pasati, so dhammam pasati. No, follow me because I will be a photograph. What you're seeing there will be one more photograph added to that. And maybe one stupa might have get built with asking donations from all of you, saying that we want to build a stupa for our kind sir, maybe, and that doesn't help. You might put diamonds in that stupa, but still it is Patavi Dhatu. It's no use. Don't have to build stupa. You build the stupa in your mind, inside. Don't do it outside. Makes no sense. Outside is only Patavi Dhatu, Apo Dhatu, Tejo Dhatu, Vayu Dhatu. So somebody might donate 100 crores of Indian rupees for stupa. It's basically waste of time and money. And some dhatus of vilas put in there, which makes it even more idiotic. So, better follow the Dhamma and get relieved yourself from the samsara. Don't come back to the womb existence again. If you follow what he says, you will. If you follow what I say, you may or may not. You got the point. See, I'll give you another example. Okay. A year back, almost 10 years back, I and Shaniel used to talk every day. Right now, he's completed his journey. So there's no point in he coming here. He doesn't come. And I've not spoken to him after February end. He's not called me, nor have I spoken to him. And that's it. I don't even know what he's doing. I only know that they're going to have a retreat in April, and that's it. I don't know anything about anything at all. Should I know it? No. Because the law of nature is what? You will lose everyone. So whatever you say is mine is lost. So should I think about it? No. It arose, it stayed, it's gone. So if we don't cross again, we might not even meet. And that's the end of the journey. Bobby has a dream that we both will do some retreats together. It's uncertain. May not happen. If condition matches, the next moment Shaniel is here. If condition doesn't match, in the same way, I might lose Bobby. I might lose Harry. I might lose everyone. I might not. I will. Limited edition. Yeah, it's worse than a limited edition. So basically, till the time you get things from me, you're here. Once you get it, vanished. What do we do? New people come in place of old, and this gone, and then a new people come, it's gone. It's like a new cell's coming, the old is gone. That's just law of nature. So we are here to lose everything. So you have to give up before Mara comes. That is smartness. Simple, measurable, achievable, realistic, timely. Bobby, I used to get appraised on smart. All my career has been on setting smart goals for people and getting smartly appraised as well. So I use the same technique with Buddha. If somebody says something to me, I'll apply smart, simple, measurable, achievable, realistic, timely. If somebody says to me, you can't be Sotapanna in this life. No, it's not smart objective. Sorry. Sorry. Thank you for telling me that it's not possible in this life. I will prove it is possible in this life. And somebody says you can't be an anagami, I'll say, I'll prove it in this life. If somebody again says you can't be arhat in this life, I'll prove it. A householder can be an arhat, I'll prove it. Smart. Because it's simple. Dhamma is the most simplest thing. We have complicated it so much that it's unreachable. But it's very simple. 15 steps. Vijja charana sampanna. Only that charana. Chara is to walk. Walk in the footsteps of the Buddha. That's it. Charana is just walking. So for me, Buddha is Buddha. No second. Unshakable. Uninjured. Uninjured Sapai. In fact, you had asked me the other day, Bobby, about Sapai. I could have told you Uninjured Sapai Sutta. What is suitable? The most suitable thing is Sapaya, or suitability Sapaya. Uninjured is the most Sapaya, which is suitable. And the first one, Sataka, is the purpose. So the Samadhi and Panya is the purpose. So without Samadhi, there can't be Panya. So you can't skip Samadhi and get into Panya. You can't skip Panya and just be in Samadhi. They are not going to work. You need to have both. So the purpose is Samadhi and Panya. The suitability is Aninja. A third one, Gochara, is Indriya Samvara. And the fourth one, Asammoha. Once you get Panya, the moha is gone. So Sati Sampajanya is these four things. So anything that gives you moha, meaning if I attach to something, it becomes moha. If I attach to Burmese, it's moha. It's some moha, not even just moha. If I attach to Thai, it's some moha. If I attach to Sri Lankan, it is some moha. If I attach to Indian, it is some moha. If I attach to Australian or German or English or French or whatever that is, it's some moha. Because I can't escape. I'm stuck. Now I start to follow what they are doing. It's itself a sammoha. So I need to do this sampajanya. What's the purpose? If I'm going to a monastery, what's the purpose of going to that monastery? Is no purpose. What will I learn going there? Nothing. Cut. Because it's not suitable. Is it going to give me a ninja or inja? Inja means shakeability. A ninja is not shakeable. So before I enter into monastery, am I in the seventh jhana? That's what I need to do. So cut. Gochara. I get attached to that ajan or this or that bhante or this or that one and or the statue, puja, blah, blah, all that. Now, It's moha. I am here to Buddha Dhamma to come out of moha, not add moha. Sorry, done. And that's sampajanti. So I need to ask this question when I'm walking. Abhikante patikkante sampajanakari hoti. When I'm turning back and moving forward, what's the purpose of turning back? What's the suitable? Is it suitable to turn back? Is my indriyas guarded? And am I going to get out of moha? Then I will not turn back. Sorry. Moving forward, same thing. Alokite vilokite sampajanakari hoti. If I turn like this and turn like that, what's the purpose of you doing that? Then that four postures, nisinne, sutte, jagarite, vagara, all that things, same. So then I have done my sati sampajanya. So I'm fit to go anywhere. Now I'm equipped and go anywhere, walking, sitting, standing. So I'm on that 11 things, keep on reflecting Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. It doesn't allow mind to do upadana. So panch upadana khanda dukkha is gone. The upadana is gone, so the dukkha is gone. So with that, I've broken patisamutpada. Liberated. So that's the reason Buddha says, when it happens, suvimukto, you know that you have done vimukta. You know you have completed it. And that's the end of suffering. You can literally see you are ended the suffering. There's nothing, no two views will come on you. Maybe, may not be. No, it will. It's unshakable. Nobody in this world or any other world can break this, can destroy it. Okay, think should be done, I guess. I only spoke for 2 hours, didn't allow anyone. Sorry. I think I'm done with Jhānas and Vipassana tomorrow. Any questions? Yes, Asad, you could have asked rather than searching where to raise hand.
I was trying to make sure that I'm not jumping.
No, it's okay.
It's quite interesting talk today, and it was quite insightful as well. I mean, as when you were talking, as if I was getting some insight as well, which was quite nice. As if your eyes gets open to insight, which is quite nice. A question: when it's referring to open awareness, what's that? I guess a few times yourself or Shanielji were suggesting open awareness. Is it?
Yeah. Open awareness is a technique from Mahisi Sayadaw.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So the difference between there are a lot of Burmese traditions, and Mahisi Sayadaw at least did one good thing, is that you don't close your eyes, you walk, you stand, and you do all of that in all the postures being open, meaning you are allowing all the sense things to come inside but not react to the senses, just like what you do in a normal body scanning of Ubakin or Goenkaji. In the same way, you are scanning for the sound and other things. In fact, Ubakin says that you need to do that, but ultimately they have only gone into the body thing. But if you see the initial video of Ubakin, and he says very clearly there is all the 6 senses, but we have taken only the body because it's easy to do. But over a period, it has just begun as a body scanning technique. But anyway, so in open awareness, you're aware. You're developing awareness towards all the senses, not just one sense door, which is the body sense door. what it does to you between the body sense door and the other senses is that if you keep on working on the body sense door, it gives you an opinion, or rather, your perception will be that everything happens in the body. You start to feel the feeling, Vedana, and the sanya, perception, will be such that you start to feel anything you see in the eyes, you feel it in the body. Anything you hear in the ears, you feel in the body. Anything in the nose, you feel in the body. Anything in the tongue, you feel in the body. Anything in touch of the body is anyway a body. Anything in the mind is also in the body. So if you understand the body, you've understood everything. It would be like Sati, who claimed that there's only one consciousness. So basically, you go on a wrong side of it, saying there's only one consciousness. And Buddha says, who on earth taught you this? There's 6 consciousness. There's not one consciousness. But the perception would be like that, sanya. So in the open awareness of Maisi Sayadaw, what you do is you open up. You don't just restrict yourself to sitting in one corner and doing whatever you're doing. You rather see, hear, taste, touch, smell, and be aware of what's happening. So there's a lot of walking meditation in the Maisi Sayadaw technique rather than the sitting only meditation in the Goenka technique. Or rather for the 10 days, but for when they do a 20 days or more, I think there's a lot of walking and you're on your own and doing whatever it is. But many people are only on 10 days. And for a old students, you can do whatever you want also is what is there. But still, people are used to only doing the cushion kind of meditation. Yeah, maybe Bobby can explain more because he has done all the courses available on this earth. So let us hear to him.
No, Vilashi, actually, Anna, I want to say thanks to you, because after coming in contact with you, I definitely that attachment or whatever it is for the body sensations, that is the greatest help you have given to me. That, I can be really know what is the eye, ear, nose, all the different things, So I have a recommendation or suggestion to you that on Monday or maybe 2 days, all these things you are talked in 11 ways, and which was eventually lead to this jhana and everything. Can you also for 1 or 2 days talk about corresponding to every sense organs, yes. All these panja khandhas, every sense organ. So yes. That will be very beneficial for people to reduce their attachment to that is only considering it as a body sensation. And I also like the way you said it would be like one consciousness, like what Sadi said,
Yeah.
And, it is like, it is all about separating this. Otherwise, that I feeling will be very, very strong, right? Yeah. So thank you very much, for personally for me, that is the greatest help you have done for me.
No problem.
Yeah.
Monday we can do that. In fact, I have a plan of doing 1 sense door per day as part of samatha and vipassana. Now that we are going to go into the vipassana, so samatha should be strong. Otherwise, you can't do the vipassana. So we will do both. And then I will also do the anupassana, which is beyond vipassana. That's the reason in the Satipatthana it is kaye kayanupassi viharati. Okay, it's not just vipassana of it. So we will see what does that mean when we say that this kaya anupassi viharati. So anupassana means what? What would you do? Which is different than vipassana. So this is not going to end tomorrow, Bobby, about our step by step. So I'll cover up on each sense door. When you see eyes, and the whole day, how can you meditate only on the eyes? Can you do that? You can. Only on the ears, only on the nose, only on the tongue, only on the body, only on the mind, and then combine all the 6 of them. It's fun.
Yeah. It is fun, yeah. Because, I remember the first time when we met and started talking, the first few days, you told, whatever sound you are hearing, just observe that. And it was a real changer for me. And when I'm going for walking and all, now I'm kind of in open awareness, like, whatever I'm saying. So I'm very more relaxed. Otherwise I'm forcing myself to get that body sensation.
Yes.
And that makes me very serious. So, yes, I just want to share that.
Sure. Absolutely fair. One thing I learned from you and Shaniel is to sit. I can never forget in my life.
I think that's also beneficial, isn't it, Will, actually?
100%. 100%. That was one thing I did not consider. I didn't have a hatredness towards it. I didn't consider, because I always knew what Buddha says rather than what tradition says. But then after you both requested me, saying that, Vilasji, if you are like this, what to do? I reflected upon that near that swimming pool and looking at that, okay, if I make these people life miserable, then it's going to be a tough time when Asad and Aryu and all these people come. So why not?
Basically, like, we have discussed many times, it is that Panya Vimutti and Chedo Vimutti style, and you yourself agreed that 99% people are in Chedo Vimutti, way of practice. So for them to come to this stage of what you are saying to understand, it takes a long time. For me, it took a long time. So till that time, that sitting and all will be helpful. And also one other thing I want to say is that you shared one sutta about the difference between that Chedo, discernment and, the practicing wisdom, right? So that also you told you will take one day.
Yes, the one which I shared with you.
Yeah, because that is the difference between this style of, practice, which that the conflict comes in, even within the monks.
Yes. So they keep on arguing. These are Dhamma people. These are Jhāika people. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're ruminating and all. I couldn't understand so much of Pāli, but that the English translation itself was so beautiful.
Yeah. They keep on thinking a lot. They keep on reflecting. So there's always a fight between a Jhāika and a Dhamma person.
Yeah.
Because
other people are restless, they are restless, they are, so
you should have remembered me that, okay, this guy keeps on moving, going here, there, while we are sitting, talk sound he makes.
I thought you are restless, because you are.
No, I am not. But anyway.
Because this is something, when I read that sutta, even with the habits, this type of things are there.
Yes.
What is mentioned in that sutta.
That's the reason one day, if you remember, when I explained to Anusha, she was not able to get it. And then I thought there's no point in talking to her, because she asked me one question that I told her, habits will continue. Then she said, oh, you mean to say you can drink, you can do this, that. And then I thought that she's gone on another direction altogether. She's not understood. Yeah. So we are habituated. So at Arhat, you still retain certain habits. The dirt remain, but it don't continue because it's asavakaya. It's ended. It doesn't flow further. But somebody going back, you can see the entire river dirty, right? And that's all what it is. So you can't change that. And hence Mahayana came with this explanation that Arhat is not the end of it. Samma Sambuddha you should become. So all of these people, idea is you will become a Samma Sambuddha. So the Bodhisattva is there. It will take millennia and millennia, but yet all living beings are going to become Samma Sambuddha. Just imagine, Bobby, what a source of dukkha.
Yeah, definitely. See, now, whatever that habits of a person who is completely liberated, because my experience with you and Shaniel, there is definitely these habitual things. It is very obvious, So that is actually it's fair to doubt, for somebody who is reached in a very basic level, that is it really habit or is it really defilement, So they have to reach that stage to understand.
Yes, and you have observed, and we both have a contrasting thing. We don't have anywhere a commonality, but yet we were fine.
Yeah, that was sure. No,
at least with me and Aryu, there is something in common. With me and Shaniel, there's nothing in common. Not even a single word of commonality is there. In fact, that common itself is uncommon. The way he sees life is totally different than the way I see life. In those number of days, I prompted him to show his games. He never showed even one, let alone playing. And he's playing. I'm seeing he's playing, but he didn't even show one. Okay, this is what I've developed. Vilas, you can see this game now. So he's completely what he wants. So I might guess that this guy has not reached. I know he has reached, but it's totally different. His behavior, his habits are totally different. It's for a normal person, it's completely cannot understand that this person is a realized person. That's never going to be.
Yeah. I think that's what, they will understand only when they reach that level.
Yeah, otherwise it will be misunderstanding. And as far as Shaniel is concerned, he doesn't even care whether you agree, disagree, fail to agree, or whatever it is, get lost.
Yeah.
So, and he's actually a difficult person to understand as well. To be honest, if somebody stays with him for a long time, a normal person, he'll go mad. Unless you are mad, or you have so much of thing to absorb and say that, okay, let him do whatever he's doing, then it's fine. Otherwise, as you've seen, he's on his own. He doesn't indulge much.
Yeah. I think that might be the style of most of this, samadhi jhana practice when they are reached maybe arahant's good, maybe that's what I feel. But when you are more of a panya style, then all this discussion, understanding, analyzing, everything happens, right?
And that's the reason the fight is Dhamma Vinaya versus Jhāna, Jaika. Okay, when are these people going to sit and meditate? Or they're not going to do this? To fight. And great thing about Buddha is he says that both are realized.
But I think that is not said by Buddha. That is some other monk, Chunda.
Sonda, correct, but he is referring to what Buddha has said, so it's not something out of context.
Oh.
So it's always, that's the reason why you refer to MN70, that's what it is, right? That you get into Panya Vimukti, Cheto Vimukti. So if you have these two Vimuktis, ultimately you get Panya, not that Shaniel didn't get wisdom. He got the wisdom. He penetrated into the wisdom. He did. But he did through the tradition of Goenka, which is good. And then he got all that what Goenka was saying of Bhanga Jnana and then six sense doors closing. All of that he has achieved it, which is good. And it has made him come back to the Sutta route where I was talking. And then he took that and then he finished it. So he went like this. Whereas I went straight like this. That's it. I didn't have to go. But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't go or you should do it. It can't.
Whatever works for you, right?
Absolutely. Ultimately, you are the person. So you should know what works. So never compare, never compete. Just leave them as they are. Take what is required. Clear yourself out of the misery. Everybody is good in their own way. Just leave it there. Yes, Harry.
I'm just saying that's a nice sutta if we can take it up upon it sometime.
Monday we do that.
Okay. Thank you, Bobby, for reminding. Yeah, that's a nice one.
Bobby, I think you should share that sutta in the global, so that.
Okay, I'll do it now.
Yeah, you do it, and then you say that this is a very nice sutta for those people who have confusion on Cheto Vimukti, Panya Vimukti. Here the monks are fighting among themselves, which is better, so please attend.
Yeah. And also, when you say that Pali words explanation, it is really beautiful. Sure. Instead of me reading just sutta, but when you explain it is more insightful every time. Because of the words, the Pali words, you say that in it. But even reading that English itself was good.
Yeah, we'll do the Pali and English on Monday.
Okay.
Definitely. Okay, should we then end? Wow, 2 hours. I think we will take another 4 minutes. It will be perfect 2 hours.
This whole 2 hours video will be there in the YouTube.
Yes, why not?
Okay. Yeah. I think Asad wants to talk something.
Yes, Asad, go ahead.
I was in awe that I was for the first 1.5 hours when I joined. When you were talking, it was just like very on the point, and I was getting a lot of insight. So just yeah. It was quite interesting. That's why it was, I guess, attracting us into the conversation, and all people were just listening. And yeah, I don't know what triggers that kind of mood in you, which kind of like, do you remember during the when we were in Australia as well, we were saying, what's the other guy? He was saying that, oh, when you're walking, we see you are different. The moment you sit, suddenly everything changes.
Chirag
When
was
you
saying
start, yeah, Chirag. When you start talking, it's just like as if everything is changing, and
that. Yeah. That's how it works for me. The moment I sit on Dhamma and start reflecting, the vilas is gone.
Oh, is it?
It's been there from early 2022 or something like that, or 21 end or 22. So when I start, it's gone. So I can see that I'm acting normal just for the sake of it, and then the real thing comes out, meaning, and that's it. When I start, there's no longer vilas or anything. I'm just with the Dhamma. There's no mind, myself, I'm talking, I'm doing this, nothing there. So even in Brisbane, when I sit on that seat, everything changes.
Oh, even for yourself. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can experience that as well. It's not only you experiencing it, I can also experience. Even when the sitting meditation we were doing along with all of you, I can get into that state. Like I and Shaniel, we keep on playing with the energies. I can see that I'm doing it. It's not I'm faking it. I am doing it. And he knows that I'm doing it. And then when Bobby was not there, we filled up the entire house with energy. And we were just waiting Bobby to go so that it gets a chance for both of us to do something weird. Okay, so we also did another thing. We wanted to jump into the pool, into the swimming pool, okay, and see how the energies play out. It was an amazing experience for both of us. Maybe next time when you talk to Shaniel, you can ask him, what was the experience in the swimming pool? So different. It's completely different. If somebody would have been there in the pool, he would have had a shock. So we wanted everyone to leave, and Janak left, and this guy Bobby left, and Viren left. We were very happy. At last we get 2-3 days to be together. We wanted to be together to test a lot of things, really how it works. You're on mute. So basically, that's what we wanted to do. It worked. Let's assume Bobby was not there, or Bobby was there. We wouldn't have been able to do this. Not at all. So one day we filled up the room. We went to the other side of that where the ladies were going to sit, and then we filled up that room, and then we were trying to see where all we can fill it. And then he was saying that the energy level is going down when you all, these people appeared, all of you appeared. They're like, somebody's sucking it. And then so we used to do that. We had to fill it up, and again it drops, and fill it up, drops, and fill it up, drops. And when Mrityunjay penetrated, it was really intense. It's like, somebody sucked out things from you. So, and then Chirag like that. So it was nice. And also you and your wife, Sarah. So we could see how things are manifesting and all that. In fact, we didn't do anything in Shunyagara. The people who went to Shunyagara never got anything. Actually, it was like a really painful place because we didn't do anything in that place. And they might be imagining that there's some energy there. Absolutely not. Meaning it's not as strong as in that living area and that other one. In fact, the place where we were sitting, the center one was the highest of the energy. And that's the reason I told that people sitting there are going to get really weird experience.
If I may share, a few years ago when I was in Dhamma Medini after my second experience, it was at the end of the course, it was telling me that I have to stay there for 3 months. And then I was seeing the teacher is talking to me. He was saying that you sucked all the energy over here. You have to stay here for 3 months to repay your debt. And at that time I was saying, oh, something is talking to me, but nah, just my mind is just making up these things. Now, when you're bringing these things, so, interesting, interesting insight. And then obviously that's what you're suggesting. It's kind of you're saying, yeah, that's actually, it happens in that way.
Yep. So even today, we have that energy center. It's going to stay for a good number of years, if not for long. It is going to be there. So we energized from the starting point of his, when you enter to his house, from that, not the house in the sense of where you should walk, right? And then that car park, not car parking, where you come from the main road and turn right to his house. From that, everywhere it's there. So the entire 5+ acre of land is completely energized.
Do you guys go to the fourth jhana doing this one, or is just
all the jhanas? So we did all of them, and then we know we're sending it's just like a game, right? You play table tennis or whatever, so lawn tennis, and you send the ball and it hits back, and so just like you can keep playing with the energy. So you keep pushing here, pushing there, and that joins and goes up like this. So we never had a conflicting energy. The one question we both had in our mind is that are our energies conflicting in some way? It was not. It was very seamless. Actually, it's pretty surprising to me that two separate kind of mentality, nothing matches, absolutely doesn't match. Nothing matches. If I was a normal person, I don't think so I would have stayed in his home even for half an hour, let alone staying for long, because he's a very weird kind of a thing, unless I'm weird. So basically, when we are sending energies, it normally what should happen? It should ripple. So it should come and burst. It's not. It just comes and just goes like this. That's very surprising. The first time I saw it, I felt, am I imagining it? And I'm seeing, no, it's going. And he's sending, and it's going. And then it's just so smooth. And then we can direct it wherever. If he's and then he is sending metta, so I'm not sending any metta because he's doing the metta kind, and then I'm just sending raw energy. No processing. And it just comes. It goes completely single. It's just like waves. Two different waves. They should ripple. They come hit. This comes up like this. Never. And they started growing together. It was a wonderful experience. And it lighted up. The whole place lighted up. So when Bobby was gone, so we had time to experiment. Because we were only two people. Otherwise, he would cook food. He will say, I want to do this, I want to do that. And now we didn't have anything to cook. The stale food. Whatever he had prepared, and then heat it up, just put some rice and things and do it.
Thanks to Bobby to create that condition to make sure that you guys have the difference between this one and that one. So then you had that.
Yeah. Because he had to, Merin was going to the retreat, so he wanted to go back and meet his daughters, take care of them and all that. So we got a greatest opportunity to be together. We were never together from the time we met. I mean, it was not Bobby was an obstacle, but for this experiment, we didn't know how he would feel it. So we just, did it. It worked well. We both were surprised that, oh, how can this happen? And we did that in the other room. Like same thing happened. Then in the pool, it was different. If we had made Bobby to jump into the pool, he would have had a different experience. Anyway, but we don't know we are going to meet up again or not to do the same experiment, but that's it. Okay, so should we then end for the day, or you have some more? I have time. I have no problem.
Sir, are those energies visible with open eyes?
Yes.
That you're talking about?
Visible in the sense what? You can feel it. It's not that visible as, I don't know, what do you mean by visible? I can say that you can.
I mean, chakku or...
not like that.
Eyes.
You can feel the energy. It's like something is there. I'll give you an example, Avanti. If you have gone for a funeral, you can feel that heaviness in the house. Yes or no?
Yes.
So can you see it by eyes by any chance?
No.
Similarly, this energy is so captivating that if a person is disturbed, his mind will get stable. So like that. Suppose sorry. Yeah, Bobby.
No, what I was saying, say from my experience, I definitely felt a different energy. But most obvious what I felt was, I think I told you, when Mrityunjaya had that experience, I was sitting in that corner there, and I was feeling very cold. And I think I told that, I was feeling very cold that time. And later on, I understood that somebody told me that, Mrityunjaya was having this experience. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. He was having. So what he did, he sucked the energy, what we were doing, especially when we were, whatever time we were doing that. And then he penetrated into the Dhamma. So he's filled with joy, and he started emitting joy. So the person sitting there, like you were sitting, so you would feel real frozen. So even if you were not a Sotapanna, Bobby would have turned Sotapanna just by that person becoming Sotapanna. So that clearly proves that you're beyond Sotapanna.
I felt very cool that time, and I immediately came and told you and Shenir also.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying what I'm saying. If you were not a Sotapanna, he would have become a Sotapanna. So you should know what I'm saying to you.
Okay, thank you, Vilash.
Sure.
I guess Bobby, I thought Bobby is doing your second stage. You're just working your way up.
He didn't wanted me to say that.
Was that? No, I mean, I told her before. I told him before as well.
I know that you told him. I know that, and he also knows it. But he's shy. He doesn't want to openly say anything. Which I respect his views. So it's fine. It's fine. So let us leave him the way he is, rather than pushing him, saying that, oh, you already reached this stage and that stage, and he would feel really embarrassed. So let's leave him the way he is. Yeah, he is beyond a Sotapanna, that's for sure.
Chirag has a lot of potential, of course, Aryu as well, but Chirag he's got a lot of potential.
Yes, he has very good potential to reach an Anagami stage in this life. So let's hope that he can do that.
And Mrityunjaya as well. Somehow I do.
In fact, I feel all those people who came to the retreat would reach at least the third stage. If they have
Are you? Keep doing it.
Yes.
It's been very stalled. It's not doing anything. Aryo, wake up.
Aryu is already woken up.
I'm awake.
Chanda, please close your microphone. Chanda. Okay, all right. Thanks, everyone. Meet you on Monday.
Thank
Bye.
you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.